that. So we're honoured, and it's brilliant. We've got the amazing Lalit Bhusal.
Wow.
Bhusal?
Bhusal, yes.
Bhusal, yay! Wow, Lalit, it's great to have you on here, and you're a director.
Yes, indeed. I'm a director, producer, writer, and when I started, I was an actor. So slowly I involved in filmmaking. I mean, behind the camera, and I found myself, I can do more, better.
Yeah.
Behind the camera, so I'm just stick with it. So
you thought, that's it, I'm going to be a director.
You can be director.
Yeah, no, and it's just great, really, because like by having a director on the show, it just gives a different perspective itself. Now, I know the film that you've done because obviously I've spoke to you a little bit about it, and I know it's quite a serious subject. So I thought what we'll do first is we'll get all the seriousness out of the way with, because tell us what the subject matter is, because I think it's important.
Well, as you know, like subject which we're raising in the film is very, very serious and it's very sensitive, right? And end of the day, if I don't raise this issue, if somebody else won't raise the issue, nobody will know what it is and what's going on around the world, right? So by making this film, by raising this issue, I just want to bring the awareness. That's what I'm trying to do.
And what is this issue that you're talking about?
Okay, maybe I know you may be not familiar with it, but this word is quite famous in Europe side, but a lot of people, they're not aware of it. In a shortcut, they call it FGM.
Right.
And this is something to do with the female. And are you aware of FGM?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're aware of FGM?
Yes, I am. Yeah, it's female genital mutilation.
Yeah.
There we go. So you know about it, right?
Yeah.
And this is something, like in our community, people don't like to speak up, and they feel very shy. Especially this thing is created for a man pleasure. That's what I believe.
Right.
And another thing is, this practice is happening on young kids, children's. So this is what I don't like. So I feel like this is a child abuse. So that's why I'm making this film.
So is what made you? Obviously, it's great that you're doing something about this, because what you're doing is you're creating awareness in relation to this. Is this something that isn't talked about within the Asian community? Is this aimed at the Asian community? Is it aimed at different types of communities, or everyone to say, look, this is illegal? I know in the UK, am I correct in saying that it is illegal? I don't know whether it's illegal all around the world.
Yeah.
But is it?
Okay. Yeah, it is illegal, but it wasn't illegal before.
Right.
So when when the people came out, when they start to speak up, when people like us try to do some awareness of it, then there was the law about these things, right?
Right.
And this practice is happening in our Asian country as well.
Right.
You will be surprised, and I think a lot of listeners, they will be surprised. This practice is taking place in India, in Pakistan, Indonesia, Malaysia. So it's happening, in high ratio actually. And recently from India, there's a lot of petition been, signed up by a lot of people, and the voice was raised by victims, and they were like a journalist, and they are like educated people. These few ladies, they all got together and they were raising these issue, and they're trying to raise the awareness of it. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to ask government to bring some law against this practice. So that's what they're doing from their side. And yeah, so from my side as a filmmaker, I feel like if I make a film, it should leave something behind, and some message, or it should bring some change or educate some people. This is what I've done with my last time film as well, which called Leeches, right, which was about like human trafficking.
Right.
And
that got some awards, didn't it? I think from what I can recall is that it was quite well received, and
yes,
a lot of people talking about it. Human trafficking, obviously.
Yeah.
Is this something that you kind of always look to do? Talk about issues which, as a director, do you feel there's a moral responsibility on your part to try and make change within society and changing people's views, changing people's attitudes? Is that something important for you?
Yeah, this is important for me. It's not every director does it. I mean, this is like how you feel it. I like to, I mean, myself as a person, I do like to involve in the social things, you know, to do something in the community. But when I'm doing already, if I'm doing a community stuff, and meanwhile, if I got the creativity attached with me, so I feel like, okay, I should produce something which will help the community. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. I'm involved with some other stuff as well, apart from you know, the filmmaking,
Yeah.
which is still helping the community as well.
So, what made you choose this particular subject? Was it a case of something that you read up and you went, "Well, that's a subject matter I want to do," or is it like somebody that you know that who had experienced that, or did you hear various stories and what? So
Okay.
where was a seed of thought that, you know, where it inspired you to think, you know what, I need to make it, because you haven't made the film yet, have you?
Film is, we are on a pre-production at the moment.
Right.
I've done my casting, and
Damn, me and Zoe ain't got a chance now.
right. I mean,
Origin,
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, to do a casting, it took quite a long time. Reason why? Because when I was telling people, look, this is what the film I'm making, yeah, and this film got these kind of issues, FGM, forced marriage, domestic violence, all these kind of things. People go, what? It's not action film then.
Right.
Yeah. So these kind of reactions, I mean, there is choice of people came forward, you know.
Right.
And I was lucky enough to have my main actress, Oznur. She's sitting right with me.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah, which is wonderful, and she's lovely. And yeah, she was not on my film. She didn't ask me to be an actress in my film, or when she came to, you know, like just to congratulate me about what I'm doing. And she sent me email saying, whatever you're doing, it is a wonderful thing you're doing for the females. And that time I wasn't looking for anybody who just speak English. That time I was just looking for the actress who can speak a little bit Hindi or Urdu language as well.
Yeah.
And and I was doing my search as well for my main actress, and she was in touch with me, you know, like we had we were interacting with each other. But slowly there was something I thought, you know, this girl, she is an actress and she got a look. Only the problem is she can't speak Hindi or Urdu,
Right.
but she have those things which I want in my character, right? And then we had a chit chat about the role, and you know, we had a conversation.
Yeah.
And later on I felt like I'm already speaking to that character, and
Yeah.
she's in front of me. And I just changed everything about making film in Urdu and Hindi. I said, okay.
Just around your actress.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Just I gave it because I found that person in her, that
Yeah.
character in her. So I just gave that thingy,
Yeah.
and now she's on a board.
What made you choose that subject matter though?
So the subject, because I was looking for the subject after my short film Leeches. I was looking for something to do with the human rights subject, and especially I was looking for something, you know, which is like child abuse and
Right.
things like that. And when I was doing my research, I found there is this word, I mean FGM, and it really pulled my interest.
Okay.
And I'd done the research about FGM. I was really shocked
Yeah.
at the way they do it, and how they do it on the children's, right? And I made a story. When I wrote the story, the first story was written especially from the Egypt side.
Right. Because there's a major problem in Egypt.
Yeah, it is.
In Egypt, I think there's something like a really, really high
Yes.
percentage of young girls
Yes.
who are forced to have it. And as you rightly say, in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, you know, where people in the UK, they think, oh, no, it doesn't happen in India, it doesn't happen in Pakistan.
That's the thing.
But,
yeah.
but it does. And Africa
thing
as
is-
well.
The thing is, India, Pakistan, all these other Asian countries, they are not in the UN radar at the moment, and I don't understand why. So why they've been blocked up. So these are the things, like, you know, the people are there, they want to raise their voice, but for some reason their voice is not coming on this side.
Right.
So, well, while doing the research, I mean, I was thinking to make the film about this Egypt story. I was thinking I will start from there. But I did a little bit more research, then I found these things are happening in India.
Right.
And I was lucky enough to find these people, those victims,
Right.
through online. and I spoke to them. When I spoke to them, they sent me, the emails personally, and they sent me a lot of messages, and they told me what's going on in India, and even in Pakistan as well. So I don't want to mention the community names or anything.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Because this is nothing to do with the communities. What we're trying to do is,
as I say, it's not a religion, is it?
It's not a religion.
It doesn't say in anyone's religion. What it is it's a cultural thing.
It is a cultural thing. It is a cultural thing. Even though there was not this community there on that time when this practice came in real life, right? It's happening from the Pharaoh's time.
Right. Okay. So this isn't something which is new. This is something that's been going on for centuries. And,
yes. Centuries after centuries. So I spoke to these ladies, and they told me a lot of stories, different story, and then I was lucky enough to speak to a couple of ladies on Skype as well.
Yeah.
And then I just found some people who done research for me in India, in Mumbai, and they found a lot of article about these things. Even though like Hindustan Times, it was printing out a lot of news as well.
Yeah.
It's one of the famous newspaper, like a Sun.
Yeah.
Right. So so story was there, and the people they don't know about these things. And in India, how many Bollywood film been made in India? Like they produced a lot of film, but they mainly focus on different other issues, or just
as
the commercial film.
Yeah. So what are your plans now then? So are you looking at you're looking at filming this? Are you we're in India, in the UK, or around the world, or?
Okay. Like you are. My story is actually in my story. My character, who is going to be played by Oznur, and she's playing a character of Ria. And our story is from Asia. I'm not going to say it's Pakistan or India or
just
Malaysia.
kind of leave it open.
Yes, leave it open. So she is based there. She will born and brought up over there when she is about 7 years old, and she will go through the FGM, and then she will get all these, the shock and trauma. She will be living on that. Then she will see her younger sister, she's gonna go through same process.
Right.
Yeah, because she had a bad history, because she had that experience, that sadness, and she will try to protest against that practice with her family, right? And community and family won't like that.
So it's all these challenges
they will try to separate her. While separating her, what they will do is they will forcibly let her marry with a man who comes from UK. And she will come down to UK. Then 80% of film will be shot in UK, and rest 20% of film will be shot in Asia.
Right.
And the place we found in Asia is Nepal.
Right. Okay. So overall, in terms of not that we need to know the whole plot itself, in the sense that you've got a young lady who's trying to stop her sister from going through the same experience itself, but at the same time she's facing many obstacles itself, whether it's parents, whether it's relatives, whether it's the community who've got certain views in relation to how things should be done.
Yeah.
So she's almost kind of becomes an outcast, I assume, in her own way to a certain degree, does she? I don't know, maybe that's just another layer. It could be a layer within it.
Yeah.
Yes.
She will go through a lot of the problem. I mean, I didn't put other issues, by force in the film. Okay, I can put this and that, they call it Bollywood masale.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. It's like a natural life, every person have, like a ladies.
Yeah.
They are little girl, when they grow up, then they, make a family, then they get a baby, and then slowly the body turn up into a different shape and things like that. These ups and downs.
Yeah.
So it happens to with the Ria as well.
Right.
Right. So all these problems we will be showing in the film, it will come automatically. Okay. So the real life will portray a lot of different issues of individual people's story.
And so, what do you require then yourself, just generally in the sense of that? Are you looking for funding? Do you have the funding in place, or what are your plans, or just to give us insight into what you're looking at doing, or? Okay. By the way, the name, has this film been named yet?
This film, we have the name for the film, which we call it Crushed Wings.
Crushed Wings.
Yeah.
Right. So we will look out for that now. Crushed Wings.
Yeah, Crushed Wings, and we got a website, a dedicated website for it,
Right.
which is www.crushedwings.org, and we got a page, Facebook page as well, which
Right.
is facebook.com/crushedwings.
Right.
Okay, regarding funding, we are going to go through a crowdfunding.
Right.
First thing is that. But meanwhile, I'm prepared to run the production.
Right.
And even though most of my actors, they are helping me at the moment. They
Right.
are, like volunteering,
Yeah.
because we are, we all of us all together, we are just trying to raise the issue. We are working on awareness
If you
project.
can pay for me and Zoe to go over to Nepal, I think we'll manage somehow.
Oh, definitely. The time will come.
I'll hold the boom.
Right. Yeah, so we got like 20% of film which we're gonna be shooting in Nepal. So we are turning one whole village
Right.
into that sort of community village.
Right,
And the
okay.
people will be changed. The face will be changed. Not face, but the costumes and everything gonna be changed.
Right.
So yeah, she's traveling with me as well.
That's great. Look, that's wonderful. What I want to do is we'll play a track, and then it'd be great to get the actress Oznur.
Yeah, Oznur.
Oznur, and we'll get her, and we can chat to her as well,
Yeah,
and
sure,
her involvement,
sure,
and find out how we were saying hello wrong. So
Yeah.
no, we'll yeah. You're happy with that, Zoe?
I am.
Unless you got a question, because I know what you're like.
Press play.
No, I'm asking you. Have you got any questions?
I've got lots of questions.
What
and
questions have you got?
I'll let them. I'm going to get. I'll throw a few questions out there shortly.
Okay, then that's fine. That's fine.
Stop putting
okay.
me on the spot.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Do you have the?
Lalit here
We have
from Crushed Wings.
crushed
This
wings.
is just brilliant, isn't it? It's great. So Lalit, we were just saying just before that track came on, we've got your wonderful and lovely actress here as well, Oznur,
Yes.
and we've also got is he your right hand man?
He is my best man.
He's your best
Except he's not getting married.
Yeah.
I'm Ahmed.
Maybe that was a Freudian slip.
Yeah,
Or
maybe it was.
Maybe he's trying to tell you something.
It is the weather for a wedding, though, isn't it?
It's been gorgeous. It's gorgeous, and it is May, isn't it? Is it a May bride? Do they normally call it a May bride, sir?
May bride.
May bride.
Well, we're in May.
Yeah, so there you
So
go.
be a May bride.
Right. So, sorry, and I didn't catch your name.
Ahmed.
Ahmed. And so, Ahmed, what's your role itself?
So Lalit got in touch with me. I've been working in media, so a bit like yourselves, I'm a broadcaster, have been for a number of years, and Lalit contacted me about the film. And I've really just been on board in getting Lalit in touch with the right people in terms of, we've got a number of members of parliament on board, we're speaking to a lot of schools, a lot of funding bodies, and just really connecting everybody together. I was quite passionate about getting involved because obviously I know about forced marriages, I know about FGM, I know about these sorts of issues, you hear about it in the community, but I, like many, thought that actually we don't talk about this enough. I think there's a big problem where sometimes these sorts of issues get swept under the carpet, and the impact of that is those women, there are men as well, but mainly women who are going through this, they feel very alone. And I'm sure there's people who are probably listening to this program right now who would have gone through that experience, and the one thing that goes through their mind is, I'm the only one going through this. And I think part of the film is very much showing the community, and especially those who are the victims of these horrific crimes, because that's what they are. They're not alone, and there's people in our own community, in our own street. Maybe your next door neighbour has gone through the same experience. Maybe the girl you would go to school with, or the guy you would go to school with, has been forced into a marriage.
Wow. You know what? I think you deserve a round of applause for that. So I've got nothing to the left to ask you now. I think that was just
You can
kind of-
leave now.
So,
Yeah.
see you later.
Thanks, mate. Your bike's outside. And get on it, do one, yeah. So Oznur, you got involved in this project. Obviously, was it like almost like a dating kind of thing, where you've contacted one another, a blind date? Can I come on your film or whatever it is? Or?
No, me and Lalit, we just decided, he was like, do you want to meet me? Because I'd been speaking to him for about a year on Facebook.
Right.
And
Was that kind of quite strange? You know, it's like It almost is like a date, isn't it? Do you want to meet me?
Yeah, you know it's weird. I mean, as an actor or in the industry, you meet so many people all the time, and you're constantly meeting new people, and you're constantly, you know, contacting people and being kind of clingy. You almost you want to send a message, and you're like, is that weird? It's exactly like the dating game. You're like, shall I say this? Shall I not say this? Am I crossing the line, or are they going to respond? And a lot of the time, people don't respond.
Yeah, because you know what it's like. I mean, when you're an actor, you do want it.
Yeah,
and we all want it, you know. And what happens is there's that fine line, isn't there, where you're thinking, what about if this isn't nutter? Because there is a fine line, isn't there? And sometimes you can't do that, can you? Really? So I mean, credit to Lily, because obviously you trusted
for not
him.
being a nutter,
Unless you want to confess to something now.
Not at the moment. Not at the moment. We'll find out. We've got a couple months and you know, the real Lalit might come out.
Yeah.
But no, it's one of those things where you contact someone, and initially, you know, I'm Turkish. The film was meant to be in Hindi and Urdu, so I wasn't even in the running.
Tumhara naam kya hai? Do you know that bit?
Hayır.
What?
Exactly.
Okay, that's the only Hindi that I know. No, I do know little bits, but no, which is fair enough. Anyway, we struggled saying hello. Me and Zoe struggled saying hello.
Yeah, you did. It's merhaba.
Meherba.
Merhaba.
Merhaba.
Yes. That's the one.
I'm putting an extra r in there, aren't I?
Somewhere, yeah.
No, you're
somewhere
just
along
jumping
the
out,
line.
actually.
I think you're forgetting the H, the ha.
Ha. Yeah, it's, you know what, I'll just stick to English, that's hard enough. just ask Zoe. So give us, obviously this is how does it feel for you firstly being involved in a project like this? It's a serious subject. I mean, it's not for everyone. As Lalit said, you know, most people would be like, wait there, where's the action, where's the fun, where's the romance, where do I meet my man, and we fall in love, and there's flowers, like if it's a Hindi movie or stuff like that, you know, where do we do the pretend kisses, all that kind of stuff. I don't know, it might be real kisses, which is great, the things have moved on, but you know, you kind of, it's not for everyone, is it, in that sense? What made you kind of...
No, I mean, it's not for everyone. And I mean, I always wanted to be in a Bollywood movie, but I always imagined it would be more weddings and dancing and singing, and even though I can't sing, I just thought I'd be in the background somewhere, just, you know, shaking my shoulders or shimmying or something. Yeah. And the topic, I'll be completely honest, I didn't know much about FGM. I'd heard about it, but I didn't know enough about it. Like a lot of things in life, like if you're not exposed to it, you barely know about it. You know, if it's not around you, if it's not within your community, if it's not happening to someone you know, unless you're watching a very, very unique, you know, documentary or something about it, you're not going to know about it. And I didn't know about it. And you know, I like to think that I can use my art to send a message. My favourite thing about being an actor is I can do something to actually better the world in a weird way, as crazy as that is, or, you know, as ambitious as that sounds. I can at least try to make a difference, or just try to change someone's opinion. And I think with Ria, you know, it's scary in terms of as an actor, because you have to go to so many dark places without ruining it. I can't speak anymore. Without ruining it, you're going to so many dark places as an actor to get to where that character is, because she's not in a great place. But at the same time, you know, this is a girl who's still at her prime. You know, she still loves life, and despite everything, despite the culture she's raised in, or despite all of her, you know, circumstances or all of the obstacles, she has so much respect for her family and her beliefs and their beliefs that she just goes with it. And I think that's why it's so relatable to everybody else. Not because everybody's gone through FGM, or not because not everybody might go through FGM or know someone, but because she's just a young girl who's just obeying her parents because she doesn't want to disappoint them. Yeah. She can't get out of it, and it's like she's not going to just leave her family. She's not just going to allow them to disown her. Yeah. So she's just accepting it. She's taken all the burden of the world on her shoulders, just out of respect for her family, which is something, you know, in Turkish culture, we have a really big culture. We have, you know, everything's very strict in a sense that there's ideas that you have to believe and follow, and if you don't follow them, then you're kind of an outcast. For instance,
you're a bad person. I'm
a bad person because I'm an actress, so you know, even that is seen as something that's not right in the community, or slowly people are like, oh, actually that's actually quite nice, it's a good thing that you're doing, but initially everyone's like What? You're an actor? Like, oh.
Now tell them the subject matter
Yeah,
they're covering.
exactly.
You've really had it, haven't you?
They're like, oh, she's just wasting her time.
So, I mean, it's wonderful for you. I mean, with all of you guys, is that you're looking to make change, because that's what you're trying to do. You're making more and more people aware of it.
Yes.
You want change to happen, and I assume at the same time, you're also kind of giving a message to say, look, if you're not directly involved, but if you know of anyone, then you should come out and speak.
Absolutely. I think the most important thing here is it really brings it to life, the whole issue. I think that if you turn around to somebody and you say, here's a documentary, or let's go and listen to a talk, there are a lot of people who perhaps switch off and think documentary, boring, not interesting. But the wonderful thing here is I've had a sneak preview of the script, obviously, and it is a phenomenal script. We have some amazing actors and actresses. Oznur is absolutely fantastic. She's superb, and so are
There's
all
no
the
bias
other
in that
actors.
whatsoever.
No bias in that.
None
I haven't known her for long, but I'll tell you this: when I turned up and met all the cast and even people behind the scenes, everyone is so good at what they do. We've literally
Where do I need to sign? You've sold it. Come on, tell me where. How much money do you
should
need?
be here somewhere. But the point is, when you say to somebody, "Shall we go and watch a film?" automatically people are going to say, yeah, let's go and watch a film. Friday night, Saturday night, let's go and watch a film. And if people go and watch the film, it actually brings it to life. So it's not statistics. It's not like 2 women pass away each and every week because of domestic violence and other problems. It's not a statistic anymore. Suddenly it becomes real in people's minds. And I think that's really important in terms of what the film's going to do and what it's going to achieve.
Wow. Let's just give him another round of applause. I was just going to take over. I think we need to leave.
Sorry, I'm doing too many speeches.
You know what? You've come on the wrong programme. Question time's on later. It's on at 10:30.
I thought you were David Dimbleby. I'm sorry. The Asian David Dimbleby.
So, Lalit, I mean, this is just kind of slightly going away from the film, and we do wish you lots of luck in relation to the film itself. It's that thing, isn't it? And maybe slightly on a lighter note. Do you find that being a director, suddenly everyone wants to be your best mate? Because it's like, oh, you're a director. Oh, right. It was like, like today, it was just kind of funny, that we've got, he's brilliant. We love our friend, don't we? Mr. Sabharwal.
Mr. Sabharwal,
who's brilliant. And he's like, yeah, if you need an actor, I can act. And suddenly, do you find that all the time?
The thing is, it happens here, and when they come to know that he haven't got the funding, they will run away.
That is a kind of a very, I mean, I know myself in the sense that, and Zoe, we kind of that where sometimes people will say to you, can you do this? And depending on who it is and how much you believe in the project will determine whether you want to take part in it. Because sometimes you get people who exploit you.
Yeah.
What they'll do is they'll get all the funding, they'll get all the money, they spend it all, and then you go, right, the actors get nothing. And me and Zoe are both big fans of that. Actors should get paid if there's money coming into a project, because without them, the film. I'm not saying here. Yeah. By the way, this isn't for you, Osman. I'm just not making sure. By the way, I'm acting as a agent.
Well, I can say what we're doing now here is like my actors, they are volunteer, but the thing is, we have a contract. If film will do the business, and they will definitely get paid.
Yeah.
And this is like a deferral contract, we call it. And likewise, Oznur we have. Then we have Samira Muhammad Ali. She's one of the finest actress, and she did a couple of Bollywood film as a lead actress.
Wow.
And we have some good actor from here, like Nisara Kareem.
Yeah.
Then we got Jet Suman, and we have Kay Ojla. Then we got so many other supporters and a lot of professional actors, and they all are giving a time just subject matter.
Which is wonderful, though, isn't it, for you, in the sense that people are prepared to give you their time in relation to that, and also, the fact that because they believe so much in that project, they feel that it will be successful. Hence the reason why they'll do that. It was, I mean, maybe I've just got a little bit of a bee in my bonnet, because what happened was recently somebody just offered me a contract for doing some acting, and I said, they said, we'll give you this amount of money per week, and I turned to my agent and I went, there's no way I'm doing it for that. I said, there's no way I'm doing it for that. And a month later, they came back to me and they doubled my money.
Wow.
Yeah, they doubled my money.
Yeah.
Because they were getting desperate as to the type of actor that they wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Zoe's probably had the same as well with various contracts, or she's turned it down.
Yeah.
And so you suddenly think that's really annoying, because if you'd offered it me in the first place, I would have taken it.
Yeah.
And also it gives the opportunity for other people as well.
Yeah.
So I kind of get really worked up about that they did have the funding in place in the first place.
Yeah.
And it is. Anyway, look, I've got that bee at my bonnet. What do you look for in terms of an actor?
Well, the thing is, first thing...
They want to do the job.
No. Main thing, I mean, as long as that actor is fitting in with the character,
right?
Then like I do my best to get that person on the ball.
Right.
So.
So do you have an audition? What's your process?
My process is auditions first. I go through the profile. Like I was speaking to Oznur that long time, speaking to in different manners. I did different things with her. Right. And that is a part of audition which she don't know. Right, okay. Okay, so that is the way I was trying to learn about her, trying to know her, right? Even though I made her send me a video. Yeah.
People are taking this totally the wrong way. I did the things
tell us
with
more.
her.
Tell us more.
I made her send me a video.
Let me clear that one here. That was for the Women's Day anyway.
It's not made it any clearer.
It's all PG.
Right.
It's a self-tape.
A self-tape video talking about issue or like on a Women's Day. What video?
We suddenly had visions of Oznur going, hi. And look what I'm wearing today. This is my favourite listener, please.
Other than that, I did notice her, a lot of show reels, which was, sent by her. Yeah. And like other actors, we've been through a lot of face-to-face auditions. I gave them tasks. Yeah. Just like you coming up for audition, and I'll give you some task to play around with other actors as well. So these kind of activities we done quite a lot. Right. Okay.
So do you tend to look for in an actor itself? Are you looking for flexibility? What kind of thing are you looking for? Are you
the first thing definitely I'll look for the character first. Yeah. Right. And then again how flexible they are, and do they understand the issue what I'm talking about? Right. And are they serious like me? These are the things. Yeah.
So really, it's more about for you is the research outside of it. So where they've gone into the character to find out, maybe to study about the character, the subject matter in this case.
Like I had an application form, right? When the application was on my website, any actress can go and download it. There was certain questions, and the question was about the FGM and things. Do you know what is FGM stand for? And it's not like a normal questions, right? It was something to relate it to the subject of this film.
I'm getting worried now because I'm thinking, because I remember he asked us that whether we knew what FGM was, but we did though, didn't we? We passed. Yes.
So something related to the film, and I just wanted to understand how much they know about this issue. And another thing I was asking the questions about, like what was the questions? About the traveling, how can you travel to overseas or not? All these kind of things as well. How flexible you are. Yeah. And if you won't get a role in the film, right? Would you still support this film? Yeah. Because we are doing for awareness. Would you support? All these kind of things I was trying to get out from them.
Yeah, no, which is kind of wonderful. That's great. We'll play a track and then we'll be summing up, and then we can go on to our next guest that's going to be coming in. Not that you're bad, but we need to make sure that we get him in, otherwise I'll be like, I've driven all the way from Burton or whatever it is. You haven't even bothered getting me on their show because no, it's absolutely wonderful. I think with what you guys are doing and in terms of making changes and what which is important. So. Let's play this track and then we can, Zoe think of something like she always does.
Zoo baby!
Who did she bang?
Ricky Martin, well not anymore, he didn't bang any girls.
Anyway, the most important thing is we've got Lalit here and Oznur and Ahmed.
Hello.
From Crushed Wings, You guys, just summing up, how can people get in touch with you guys? Not so that it can be actors. Because we know we'll get loads of people who'll go, yeah, I can do some acting. Yeah, he's good at comedy. That makes him an actor. He sells ice cream, so he's an actor. He works in the chip shop, so that makes him an actor. That doesn't mean to say that they can't act. Yeah, but it's, unless you want somebody working in a chip shop, which is great because they kind of typecast for that. Yeah, so how can they contact you guys? You saying it's on Facebook?
Yeah, definitely. They can just go to the Facebook. We got a production called Cam Buddha Films, CAM BUDDHA Films. So that is our banner, and you can see the further coming, like a forthcoming feature films, or any if we do any future feature films.
Yeah.
So you can see the auditions, shout out, and everything. But meanwhile, we definitely need everybody's support for this film right now. If you support me, guys, definitely I will take you on my next coming feature film.
Yeah,
so
make people extras in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Hold him to
but
that.
we do need a lot of extra for this movie as well.
Yeah.
I got the advertisement out. I need people in a church, like a wedding ceremony is going on.
Right.
Then there is like an anti-gay marriage protest going on.
Right.
Outside of the registry marriage. So we need a lot of people standing over there and shouting out, against the gay marriage. And
you just like creating controversy, don't you?
No.
You're thinking, right, okay, yep, we know that we need to change this,
and
so we're going to have an anti-gay marriage because we know people are going to object to it.
We need an audience for to come in one of the seminar scene, which is like a human right seminar. A lot of audience sitting over there watching this, like a...
But you're still some time away yet, but what you're quite happy to do is take names on board, and then when you come to filming, at least you can give them a shout and say, hey guys, do you fancy coming on here? And yeah. I assume you'll give them something to eat.
Definitely, samosa.
Samosa, hey, listen, you sold it. When put my name down now, as long as it's vegetarian.
No problem.
Yeah, like vegetarian. But can we just say a big thank you to you guys? And it's great because I think this subject matter is really, really important.
Yeah.
And not enough people talk about it. I think we need to get more and more people talking about it. And maybe, there should be that whole kind of thing of where more and more people do talk about it, because that's the only way we're going to make change.
Definitely.
But shall we give them a round of applause? Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.